Welcome to Chasing K-Dramas, the podcast that dissects popular Korean dramas episode by episode. We dig into the characters, themes, and everything in between. I'm Chrissy Choi, and I'm here with my co-host.
Dulcé Sloan! Hello.
Okay. Hello.
Hey, when's this come out?
This comes out in like 2 weeks.
So I'm going to be on the road. I've got dates coming up in Massachusetts and Maine, the 7th, the 8th, and the 9th. And then I'm going to be in, where the is this at? Wichita, Kansas.
Oh, Wichita.
Apparently the White Stripes enjoy going there on the 14th. And then at the Blue Whale Comedy Festival, the 15th and the 16th.
Cool.
But the good thing is, I think it's only like a 3-hour drive from me, so I might rent a car.
Just drive around in the Midwest?
I mean, I'm technically, my father's side's from Oklahoma. My brother and my father were born in Oklahoma City. And then me and my mom were born in Miami. And we were born in the same hospital.
That's fun. That could be fun. I like road trips.
It could be. It's just me. It's probably just me. So I have to figure out. Because the beginning of August kind of snuck up on me. So,
I know. Well, I can't believe it's already end of July.
Well, because I keep seeing all this back to school shit. And I'm like, where are these kids? I thought these kids just got out of school. In today's chase, we're getting in episode 9. Episode 9. And the key moments. The key effing moments. Soomin's fake drowning attempt.
Uh-huh.
Which, what did I say? Every actor in Korea has to get in that water tank.
They do. I actually thought about you. And I was like, oh, because this version, she was really like, they used a dummy for that because it was very like, it was kind of scary and very creepy. She was like a doll.
She was, but that's what happens when you only weigh like 100 kilos. I looked at my mama. I said, I'll never sink like that. In the water, tie bricks to me is the only way I'm sinking. I can't swim on the bottom of a pool because pop right up. So Soomin's fake drowning attempt, Jiwon going up against her mother-in-law.
Oh my God.
Which was
amazing. My
amazing.
God, the mother-in-law from hell.
Listen.
The Korean, your typical Korean mother-in-law from hell. She's awful. Every time I see her, I just want to slap her. I want to slap her silly.
Jiwon's revenge for the shopping spree, using trash-ass Minhwan's money. And here's the thing. When you know somebody very well, and he was so caught up in spending this money, and then she just keeps hitting his pride, and hitting his pride, and hitting his pride.
Yeah.
He was like, oh, yeah, I got it. And then the epic finale of her calling off the wedding because
the way she does it is so smart.
Well, this is the thing. It's like
she's like dancing on top of these people's heads.
Oh.
She is tap dancing.
Listen, she is Gregory Hines. Okay. She is Savion Glover. Okay. This is Stomp. Like it is a master. This is a step show. This is ballet. Like the way she is going in. I'm surprised her feet are not tired. I'm surprised her feet aren't exhausted the way she's stepping on people's necks. But so we open at the lakeside villa.
Okay. So I have to say, I was confused at the end of the episode because I don't really remember all that's happened for my first rewatch when I watched it when it initially aired. So when the last episode ended, I was confused to what was happening. I was like, why are there drones? Why are her colleagues there? And then I remember being like, what? It's a birthday proposal?
Listen.
What is happening?
Listen, I thought it was just me. The first time I watched it, I was like, what the f***? And then the second time I watched it, I was like, what in all hell? I thought it was, thank you so much. Because if anybody who watched this and was like, wait, what just happened? Because it jumps.
Yes.
It is the hardest jump cut. It's like, it would have made more sense if she went 10 years forward in time.
Yeah.
Than to just, first of all, Minhwan should really change how he combs his hair.
He did. He was looking spiffy. He was looking spiffy. He had a little tux.
Little tux
situation.
On, hair comb. Let me tell you something. What they used to say growing up, he looked good enough to bury.
Yes, he was ready.
He was dirt ready, girl. He said, close the lid on the kid. I'm out this bitch. Like, truly. The way he had that... Did he have a conch? It's like, what is it, a pomade?
He looked good. He looked
great.
Yeah.
So I'm just like, oh, you could
look good.
You could look decent. I think he had socks on. It was nuts. So
He wore socks for the occasion.
I think he got socks on. So I was very confused because
Yeah.
in the last scene. But then it opens and we're singing happy birthday. And I'm like,
what just happened?
And it was just like, I can't say that I had an ex to propose to his girlfriend on his birthday. And I was like, did this motherfucker get himself a wife for his birthday?
I find that so odd.
That a man got himself a wife for his birthday?
Why would you
That's
schedule
crazy.
a proposal on someone's on a holiday?
I think it's a personal holiday. Your birthday is a personal holiday.
That's true.
And so...
But, it could also mean a lot of things. It could potentially ruin that person's birthday. Because what if it doesn't work out? And then you're forever oh, my God, I got proposed on my birthday by this,
awful man that I
this
ended up
trash
divorcing.
ass.
Or this man who killed me in my other life.
Yeah.
Just proposed to me on my birthday. And so he's happy. And
Oh, my
Soomin's
God.
obviously jealous. Obviously jealous.
And then he keeps on looking at Jihyuk in this, very, shifty way. And then Jihyuk's like,
Shut up, shut up, shut up, shut up, shut up.
and then I think and then Jiwon at some point, she was like, oh, I don't think I would have cared if this was a 39,000 won or a 50,000 won because.
Let me tell you something. We paused the TV and my mama was like, how much money is that? And I looked it up.
Yes.
She said 40, right? For 39, 40.
Uh-huh.
39,000 won is $29.
Right, because the won is very weak right now, as I said last time.
It's less
super
than the
weak.
And we always people always like to make fun of Mexico's economy.
We should go if we're gonna go, right? If we need to go to Asia, we need to go now.
I mean, and plane tickets still gonna be in American dollars.
Yes, but
Once we get in that
imagine you can we could have all the mandus we want, you know?
Listen, I mean, on the Mondus, hell, I might get me one of them K-pop stars. Listen, I got a couple billion won come through, baby. Because I was like, how much is a candy bar? So a candy bar is 2,000 won. I'm like, okay, this is insane. But he comes up, so Jihyuk, so there's a flashback, because we love a flashback to a thing that just happened.
Yes.
So Jihyuk tells Minhwan about this villa getaway.
Yep.
And the company compensation, it was like, listen, we
Company
did...
compensating for the villa. I was like, great.
What is the slogan of UNK? Does anybody work here?
No, truly.
Does anybody? How are they so rich?
It gets wilder and wilder each episode.
Every episode, it's just
They're truly out to lunch.
I would
because they're literally out to lunch all day.
I would love to work in that office. And Jihyuk's like, listen, we did G1. G1 got done dirty by Green Sleeves. We're gonna offer some compensation. We're gonna do a birthday weekend. And then Minhwan's broke ass is like, oh, well, what if I proposed to her for her birthday? But the craziest part was while Minhwan is asking Jihyuk if he can propose, he's mad about it.
Because he's like, oh, I think he likes Jiwon.
And then grabs him by the shoulder. And then he was like, oh no, what did my hand do? Bad hand, I should cut you off. Meanwhile, back at the villa, Soomin is losing her ever-loving mind.
So Jiwon is walking around the villa and
Just
she's out in the
enjoying
dock.
her birthday dinner.
She's looking at the lake. She's looking at the view. And then Soomin comes over and Soomin's just like, oh, and this has so much aegyo, it's like, Jiwon아, 미안해. I'm so sorry. Are you mad at me? Me. And then Jiwon's literally like, I don't know you anymore.
Let me
get
go.
away from me. Get the away from me. And then Soomin, and then she walks away, right? And then all of a sudden, Kang Jiwon, Soomin yells out her name, and she's on the edge of the dock in her high heels.
All their shoes are so high. And then she goes, remember, I can't swim.
Oh my God. She's nuts. She's nuts. And all of a sudden, we go back to Jihyuk and the ladies, right, at the party. And Jihyuk hears, of course, Jihyuk.
And then one's sitting there telling some goofy joke about carbonara. I think what pasta does cars like carbonara.
And Jihyuk has super hearing and he hears a splash. So he runs over. And at that point, both ladies are outside coughing. They're soaking wet. So clearly they fell in and they're out. They managed to get out, right?
So Jiwon
Yes.
turns around. So now we have a flashback to a thing that just happened.
Yes.
Little
Again.
30 seconds before. So Soomin, what you see is you hear a splash. You see nothing. They're crawling out. It cuts back. And you see Soomin falling. My mother thought it was like CGI. She's like, this is a special effect. She's like, oh, they made it all gray. I said, no, they're in actual water.
They're in tanks.
They're in a tank. I don't know if they filmed Titanic in this tank. I don't know how deep is this tank, right? And so she's falling. And then Jiwon jumps in.
Swims and dives in.
To save her.
Good swimmer.
Right. Apparently, but at nighttime, you can see underwater. Because it should be pitch black. You should be able to see nothing. So she's doing her best Froggy come get you. This bitch,
Oh
she
my
gets
God.
her hand.
This part's so awful.
And she opens her eyes.
And smiles.
Underwater with the craziest smile.
She looked
And then she
fucking insane.
And then she grabs Jiwon and tries to pull her deeper into the water. And then Jihyuk walks up, and that's when he finds them like outside the water and shivering and cold.
And Jiwon's face at that moment, she is terrified.
Because this bitch because it's not only because it'd be different if there's absolutely no worry on Soomin's face.
Oh my God.
She is so happy to see the panic on Jiwon's face.
It's demonic. It's a demonic grin.
I would have kicked this bitch in the chest.
Yeah.
And let her drown.
There's
no way we're both getting out.
It's crazy.
You pull me under like this, bitch, what? I'm kicking you in the nose. It's a slow kick because we're underwater. But I'm pushing her off of me.
Yeah. It's just.
I'm a poker in her eyes. It's crazy. And so just to pull. Also, how the did they shoot that? How many takes did they do?
Probably a lot.
Just that close up.
Yeah.
Of Soomin's face.
Yeah.
Also, there's not a single air bubble.
No.
Coming out of any
I think
of
the
them.
difference with this is that they're actually acting, because usually in these type of water scenes, it's usually they're just kind of like
saving somebody. It's like somebody's like
or some
saving.
Yeah.
So someone's
but
just.
they're
I'm
like
dying,
actually
I'm
like doing
dying.
facial. She's smiling. Jiwon's like they're both acting. So, anyways, but
No, that was the most amazing part.
Yeah.
Is that Soomin was like, oh, and then it's, bitch, I'm up. Hey.
Creepy. It was literally like a horror movie.
It was
like a doll, like a Chucky comes to life. Like
that's exactly what it was. That is this is why I left the closet door open situation. And then you just look over in the eyes and you're like, well, time to die.
And I feel like starting this episode, I mean, we already know she's crazy, but she just continually becomes more and more unhinged. Like everything. I mean, you could just tell like she's desperate every step of the way. So this act, it's like she's throwing a tantrum. And she's like trying to get her attention, and she's just like, it's almost kind of in a way like threatening her. Like, hey, if you're not nice to me, if you don't come back to me, I can kill you. Like, you know what I mean? It's like
or even worse, it's if you don't come back to me, I'll kill myself.
Well, that's what I thought. But then she's like, when she starts yanking her, it's like, oh, but you and I both. It's like, I die, you die.
Right. It's either come back to me.
Or we both die.
Or we both die. So it's come back to me. Either I kill somebody's going to die today.
And in a weird way, it's kind of, because you remember, I think you had brought it up a couple times of like, it seems like they're dating. It's like almost obsessive. So like this is type of behavior for, that some women would do to like, or not just women, men too, right?
It's very relationship coded. It's very like
codependent, like
because like for this to be a friendship,
it's odd.
It's like y'all didn't.
What happened when y'all were 50? I'm kidding.
What happened when y'all were like 20, figuring things out, like
in college,
right? Like in college. So like, I just have. Because it's like it's very coded. It's very like relationship coded because there's no reason that you should be acting like this. So
they go back.
Jihyuk throws a jacket.
Right.
They get back to the villa.
Yes. And then this part I thought was interesting, right? everyone's like, oh my God, what happened, Jiwon? They're all over Jiwon, right? And then Minhwan's asking, he's kind of nervous because I think Minhwan at this point knows
that she's nuts.
Yeah, so he's like, oh, is that what really happened? Because Jiwon tells everyone that, that Soomin fell in. It was an accident. But Minhwan's just kind of like, are you sure?
That's not the crazy bitch that I know.
Right. And then Jihyuk sends everyone to bed. So Jiwon stays downstairs as she's drinking her cocoa, but then Minhwan goes upstairs to the room. And guess who he finds in his bed? Snug as a bug.
And this is my girl wet moment. First of all, she's in the same sweater she was just in a lake in.
Yes, and it was magically dry.
So her hair is dry because Jiwon's changed clothes. She's drying her hair. This bitch.
Snug as a bug, like just underneath the covers.
Sleeping Beauty core. Truly. Just Aurora in a box. Also, was Sleeping Beauty's name's always Aurora, or is this some new shit? Because my whole life she was Sleeping Beauty, and all of a sudden the bitch's name was Aurora.
It was Aurora
when we were kids
in the Disney version.
When we were kids too.
Yeah, in the Disney the Disney version is from like 1940, right? But she's always been Aurora to me.
What? Mm-hmm. As a kid, I always heard her name as Sleeping Beauty. I'm like, oh, now this bitch got a name.
Her name was Aurora. Yeah, it was always Aurora.
Really?
Princess Aurora. Yeah, it's fine.
I thought this bitch was just Sleeping Beauty.
You're also a kid, so you're not like,
sustained.
You're just like, okay, the title says it,
Yeah, the bitch is asleep.
Mm-hmm. She's,
That
was also kind of like a boring. I found her. She's a boring princess. She had no personality.
Well, she was asleep most of the time when you think about it, because it was like she pricked her finger on a spinning wheel, which she's a princess. She should have been doing that shit anyway. And then she just slept forever. And the prince is like, I gotta come kiss this sleeping bitch.
I mean, the only thing I remember distinctly from that movie is when the fairy godmothers, they're like baking. Mm-hmm. I was so into that scene. Like the magical, like all the utensils are like, making
and
a
cake.
Like
changing their dresses. Yeah. And then they're being very shady to each other.
Yeah, I love that.
It's like, oh, dearie.
She's in his bed.
This was my girl wet moment.
Yes.
Because as surprised as I was.
You weren't surprised.
I wasn't surprised. I wasn't surprised. Because she was going to have to pull a stunt on him, too.
Yeah.
She just pretended to drown. But mind you proposed. The ugly part is, this is why these shows are so good. Because as crazy as Soomin is being, you also feel bad for her.
Yeah, you feel sympathetic to her because it's like, yeah.
She's spiraling. Because her reality is changing. The reality was terrorizing Jiwon her entire life. Mm-hmm. And
she got everything her way.
Because like she said, you made me this way. Mm-hmm. She said this to Jiwon. Mm-hmm. You would always fold. Why aren't you folding now? Mm-hmm. Her whole reality is changing. So now what she has to do is, well, this didn't work.
Yeah.
Because what would have happened if Jiwon was like, this bitch jumped in, I had to save her. She knows Jiwon wouldn't do that. She knows Jiwon was going to cover for her. In the same way that she knew Jiwon was going to come back.
Yeah.
And that's why she could take the first place from her.
Yeah.
So, she's not going to say anything. So now, Minhwan's not going to say anything. So now you're in his fucking bed. And he can't kick her out loudly. He can't kick her out at all.
No, because she knows that he's going to sleep with her regardless.
One, he's going to sleep with her. Mm-hmm. Two, he has to sleep with her to pacify her because she has the power in the situation because Jiwon can't find out.
You're right. Right. So he's like, what are you doing here? And then she's like, he's like, oh my God, Jiwon's right next door. Like, what are you doing? And she's like, it's even better. It's even better that she's next door. Now it's your time it's your turn to make me happy.
Which one, his dick is trash. Two, when he said Jiwon's right next door, I was like, why is she next door? If you just got engaged, shouldn't y'all be in the same room?
Maybe Jiwon. I would think that Jiwon was just like, I don't want to be anywhere near you.
No.
Like, oh no, we have to be like it has to be proper. It's still like work event. My birthday and proposal is a work event, but I don't want to. But Jiwon also, Soomin also tells Minhwan that she's really happy because Jiwon saved her. Do you know what I mean? He's like, oh, and she was just kind of, I'm kind of happy right now. Because he's like, what are you happy about? Like, he's like, why are you grinning? Like, what's wrong with you? I just proposed to her. And she's like, well, it's because she came and she saved me. And she's like, so now it's your turn to make me happy. And then the fact that they actually have sex, I'm just like, you guys are literally having sex with all these people anyways.
Because Soomin and Minhwan are upstairs doing things they're not supposed to be doing and hiding.
Yeah.
And then Jihyuk and Jiwon are downstairs talking to each other, which they're kind of not supposed to be. It's
because they're engaged. She's engaged.
She's
literally just got engaged.
She literally just got engaged. Old boy paid for it because he bought that ring.
He bought that cubic zirconia ring. Yes. Yeah.
Jiwon tells this man, this bitch jumped in and tried to drown me and tried to drown herself. She yanked me down.
Yeah.
Which lets you know this bitch can swim.
Yeah.
Because this is what I wanted. It's given Musuhi vibes, right? I see the yank. And then I see them out the water. How did we get from I'm trying to drown you with me to now we're crawling out of the lake?
What happened? Yeah, and they completely skipped that.
That's what I want.
Yeah.
Because it's like,
well, it's safe to assume
that you had to breathe air eventually.
Well, it's safe to assume that Jiwon put up a fight just because similar to the previous episode where she basically Soomin tries to go, she grabs the flag from her, but then Jiwon fights back.
Right.
So it's safe to assume that Jiwon's at a place right now where she's definitely fighting back. So that's what I'm assuming. I think she fought back.
And then Soomin was like, I guess I gotta leave.
And then, and I think Jiwon now is a match for Soomin. You know what I mean? So I think Jiwon proved herself. So
there's nothing more dangerous than self-esteem.
Yes. So then Jiwon is really just startled and shaken just because she realizes, and she tells Jihyuk that she was like, I don't know what Soomin is capable of. I thought I knew her. I thought this was going to be super easy, right? I thought that I just needed those two to get married.
Yep.
But because as we're getting deeper into this, I'm realizing that these two people are also evolving. Like everyone involved is evolving, just how Jiwon is. So she's really scared, which I don't blame her. It is pretty scary. Like she almost got killed.
She tried to kill you.
I know.
Honestly, you get one try to kill me. We ain't friends after this.
No.
We're not hanging out.
No.
We're not cool.
And so this kind of shows you how strong Jiwon is getting as a person. Because I think if this was like Jiwon, from 2023, I don't think she would have had the will to continue on. Because this is, but she, as this episode and the next episodes or the coming episodes, she she's playing the game. She's still manipulating. She's maneuvering to figure out how to get her, which is great. So I think at this point, she stops talking to her, but she starts talking to her later in the episode, because she needs to still execute the plan.
And she still needs to get her to marry my husband.
Marry her husband. Yes. The next day, they're back at UNK, the office where no one works. And Jiwon is purposely showing off her ring. She's like, and everyone's like, oh my God, Kang Biddy, like, oh my God, you got engaged. Congratulations. She's like, ha 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 ha. And then Jihyuk, of course, is in the corner sulking on the elevator. And he's just like,
because you're not engaged, but you bought the ring, you planned the whole party, you're fine. It's like you're sulking, but this isn't going to happen, you ding dong.
Yeah, and then at one point in the elevator, their hands brush, and I was like, are they gonna hold hands?
They should have just held hands a little. There's nothing like nobody knows, like a fun
yes.
hand hold. I like holding hands.
I do too. It's very romantic. I was just, But then she tells him later, she's like, hey, by the way, I'm doing this on purpose because I need the public humiliation to be even bigger, right? So she's like, so I want everyone to know about this engagement.
Why does it need to be so big, though?
The engagement?
No, the humiliation.
Oh, come on. I would be like screaming on top of the rooftops. I would put out a press release. I'd be like, official UNK letterhead being like, this is what happened. I would go all out. I would go f***ing all out.
I love the idea of you trying to send out press releases and there's publicists going, who the f*** is this? And how did she get my email? Okay, but it's like, wait, he did what? He did what? Publish it. This looks great. This is juicy as hell.
Yeah. And then she also starts telling him, she's like, oh, what are you doing this weekend? This is actually interesting because she starts asking Jihyuk now, right? It's kind of switching.
Because he gave up because he's like, I'm going to die.
Yeah.
I'm going to die. I'm going to be sad. I can't marry her. I'm going to die.
He's going to be in Japan because Jiwon wants to invite him as she, again, goes on the public humiliation spree. She is going to go shopping using Minhwan's money, and she's just going to, take all of it.
In true city girls fashion.
I love it.
I can say I have never had a man buy a bunch of stuff for me.
I haven't either.
And it looks great.
I mean, like Pretty Woman.
Yeah. But we're going to be in a rainbow. So I can buy, we're in Old Navy. Sir, it's I got to buy clothes where I can fit the clothes. Maybe a Macy's. Perhaps. Here's the thing. This is what you men don't understand. If you deal with plus size women, they don't make a lot of clothes for us. You're never going to have to take me to any a purse, maybe.
Or you know what they can do? They can take you to a seamstress and you can get professionally made clothing. Right. I would get suits tailored.
I could buy 4 Gucci suits.
Yes.
And then have a
tailored to your body. That's what I would do. No.
I'd buy 4.
That's what. You go to Gucci, you go to Tom Brown, you'd go wherever, and you get a full-on thing.
I'm going to Gucci, buying 4 suits, taking them to a seamstress and go, now cut all these together to make me one suit.
No, you tell the Gucci people to do it because that's how much money this person's going to have.
Oh.
Yes. We got to think big.
Okay. I was just going to piecemeal some suits together.
No. It's okay, I got to get ready for the Met Gala situation. You go.
Okay.
They custom make everything for you.
I'm thinking like a patchwork quilt.
So everyone's in the break room because no one works. And Minhwan is talking about this family dinner. So now that now that he is proposed to her, the next step is for the families to meet.
Okay.
So in Korea,
how many years have they been dating?
They've been dating for a while.
And they haven't met?
No. So
you don't meet, you get engaged.
I think Korean culture is slightly different. Now, again, I don't know because I'm Korean American. And I would think nowadays it's probably different. If you have a serious boyfriend or girlfriend, I'm sure you meet the parents beforehand. But this is more traditional, right? So
it makes sense because think about because one of my friends, her mom's met a bunch of dudes.
Yeah.
And her mother one day was like, don't bring
anyone until it's serious.
Until it's she's like, but we've been together. She's like, I don't give a unless
it's the real deal.
Right.
So in Korea,
it makes sense.
There's an official term for this.
Tell me.
It's called 상결례. So that's what it is. That's why. So at one point, Hyun mentions it. So Hyun's usually men for this 상결례, they'll go shopping for the girl. They'll buy all this stuff. Again, I don't know if this is true, but in Korean dramas, this is the case. So this is what Jiwon is talking about, right? So basically, the point is we need you to look good. We want you to look perfect so I can officially introduce you to my family.
Because my mother's gonna act a donkey, apparently.
Yes. So
is this his mom is a stereotypical mom? She's a way exaggerated
caricature. Yes, but
some things are it's based on. Is there a nugget of truth to any of her? Or is she just nuts?
I think some of it's true. A lot, we can go into it towards the end of the episode where she talks about all these things that she expects from Jiwon. But yes and no. Obviously, she is hyper exaggerated, but there are some aspects where it is pretty expected. Yeah. So it's still a highly patriarchal society still.
Yeah.
Like the world. But this, they end up, so Hyun is like, ha ha ha, you're going to do all this stuff for her. So they're gassing him up. So he's getting nervous, right? And Jiwon is milking it. She's like, I can't wait, blah, 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 all this stuff. And then Hyun also says, well, instead of Minhwan buying the bride her shoes, her best friend should buy the shoes because in Asian culture, if you buy someone shoes, it's bad luck. That means that they're going to run away.
in Black American culture.
Is that true too?
Yes, you
That's
don't. They
great.
always tell women you don't buy men shoes
Because they'll run away.
because those are shoes they'll leave you in.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
I don't know what man has been bouncing around the world leaving bitches.
Like getting shoes. Getting
But
paid.
as soon as you get this man a pair of shoes, see, that's so interesting because it was
Yeah.
funny. Me and my mom were watching it. We were like, yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah.
Because the best friend
Yeah.
gets you the shoes because the woman. What an interesting thing.
My mom's always says that. And then Thomas, too, we were talking about something and he was, because Thomas is Taiwanese and he was like, yeah, like if you buy a friend a shoe, then the friend needs to pay you something. So like you don't run away. Then we cut to Jiwon's apartment, right? Mm-hmm. She's selling stuff in her apartment. We'll get back to that later. She's selling stuff in her apartment. But then Soomin comes to the front door. And then Jiwon's still upset.
Man, what's in the box, though? What's in the box, though?
She buys her a pair of shoes.
What's in the box?
And it's the red heels that Soomin wore in 2023 when she got caught having the affair and when she killed Jiwon.
This is my question.
Yes.
Why is she getting the shoes in this timeline? You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
If the shoes were so significant in 2023, because those shoes represented Soomin's job and her success, and then those shoes represent the betrayal because they're at the door. So why would she be getting these shoes, or is it just a good device for a story?
I don't know yet. I think we need to put this in the back of our minds as we continue watching because I would bet that there is significance.
The shoes have to come back up.
Yeah.
So she gets two things from Soomin, right?
Oh, yes.
So it's supposed to be like this. The birthday gift is the shoes and a cooking class. But
This is also, I just want to say, this entire section I just found so good. It was truly delicious. Like I just love the way they included this in here to break up the story a bit because it's kind of a fun little break. You know what I mean?
oh, it's nuts. It gives you insight on, because we keep seeing, because we only see the mother-in-law in flashbacks.
Yes.
And so it's good to see the mother-in-law in real time so you get to know the kind of person that she is. So, because Soomin hears Minhwan talking about this cooking class.
So she is also being manipulative right now. She's scheming
To try to get
so
Jiwon's spot.
Yeah, so she wants to get Jiwon's spot. So she wants to meet
The
Minhwan's
mother-in-law.
mom. Exactly.
So she wants to meet Minhwan's mom. And so she's like, oh, let's get this cooking class together. Because she's like, well, she always talks about, oh, our Jiwon, she can't cook and she eats so much and all this other shit.
She needs to eat more.
She needs to cook more and all this other stuff. So you're like, wait a minute. This is this heifer scheming again.
She's scheming.
So even in her trying to apologize,
She's not though.
we know this.
Yeah.
But it's like, bitch, stand down
Nope.
for 2 minutes.
Nope. She
For-
can't.
She can't because she's desperate. Because now she's trying to be Mr. Steal Your Man.
This week, segment time. We're going to talk about Song Ha Yoon, who is our Soomin. Okay. Her real name is Kim Mi-sun,
Damn.
like Mi-sun이 from Queen of Tears. Hyunwoo's sister, Mi-sun.
That's a pretty name.
Kim Mi-sun. She was born December 2nd, 1986. And she was raised by her maternal grandmother,
Okay.
who sold vegetables at a market while her parents worked away from home. So it seems like she kind of had not like a tough upbringing, but like her parents didn't have much, so she had to really like work her way up.
So away from home could have been like another city or another country.
Probably another city, right? Back in the day, did you know social media like in Korea was like far advanced than like, so before Facebook in Korea, they had like Psy World. People
makes
talk
sense.
about that a lot. I mean, this was like early 2000s,
My
late
brother
90s.
was always like, Dulcé, Japan's like 10, 15 years ahead of America. And I'm
It
like, yeah, it makes
is.
sense.
It is. It really is.
It
So
don't make. It's not that hard. Our school year is still based off of agriculture, so it's not that hard to surpass us.
So back in the day, she was She was scouted because she had posted a photo of herself on Cyworld, and then
So she was a MySpace baddie.
her younger brother's friend posted it and went viral on Cyworld, and because of that, a producer found her, and that's how she became a model. So she became a model in 2004, and she used her name, her original stage name, which was Kim Pyeol, Kim Star. Pyeol means star.
Okay, good to know.
And then she started acting in 2005. She struggled a bit in the beginning, but then she got to fame in a drama called My Daughter Kumsaul, where she did really well. And then she also in 2017 was in another drama called Sister is Alive, where she played an appearance as the cold-blooded Sarah Park. She played a dark role back then, and that's where she kind of but she really blew up in Fight My Way. Did you watch Fight My Way?
I don't know.
Yeah.
No.
Some My Way. That was with Kim Jiwon from Queen of Tears and our boy Park Seokjun.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that came out in 2017. You should watch it. That was a really fun drama.
Okay.
It was a really, really good one. So this one, she played the best friend. So they were four. I guess she played the two. So there were four main characters, and she played one of them, and she got a Paeksang nomination for that for Best Supporting Actress.
Yo, how do we get to the Paeksang Awards?
Every time, also everyone gets a Paeksang award. It seems like everyone we talk about, we're like, they got a Paeksang nomination.
Listen, we're talking. This is prestige television,
It is.
so it makes sense.
It is. So then her career kind of plateaued for a bit, and then she got this in 2024 because there was a period because that last drama was in 2017.
That's like 7 years.
Yeah. So I think she's not struggled, but I think she's just had ups and downs.
But this is actually what the career of a working actor looks like.
Right.
You have these in being in entertainment, it's a blessing if you're those people who bounce from thing to thing to thing.
Right.
Like as someone who's in this, you're you kind of.
Yeah. So I think this is why for her, so she got married to my husband, right? Mm-hmm. Breakout fucking star. I mean, she was already a star, but she just, I really think, yes, Park Min-young was good in this, but when this was airing, all the attention was on Soomin and Minhwan. It's kind of sad what ended up happening because of this, she was riding towards popularity, right? So everyone's like, okay, she's going to be the next best thing. This is really great. Mm-hmm. But then that's when the bullying scandal hit in 2024. So this was right after the drama aired. So the drama aired in January. In April, someone came forward saying that she was bullied or he was bullied by Song Ha Yoon in high school. Song Ha Yoon and her agency denied it immediately. They were saying this isn't true, right? So they were going back and forth for a bit. So basically what happened back then, he was saying that she hit him for 90 minutes in high school.
That's a long time to be
also
hit. 90 minutes?
Yes. It reminds me of, anyways, The Glory. This is what happens in The Glory, the drama. That's so sad. So it's really sad. So a couple weeks ago, actually, on July 3rd, right, 2025, she officially filed a criminal complaint against her accuser. Yeah. So basically, they're saying that she didn't do this. She suffered significant emotional distress. And she's trying to, because the person accusing her is in America, it's been hard trying to get him prosecuted, I think. So there's been all this back and forth, but then now they're looking into getting him or exploring legal action in the US, even if he's in the US. So they're trying to figure all of that out. Oh. But they're putting all of this stuff forward and they're preparing lawsuits because I think they're getting ready, or her team's getting ready for her to make a comeback. That's what I'm assuming. So all of this is just so, and who knows, I think that, I don't know. I mean, it seems pretty damning, but it's a tough situation because I think as an actress, she's really good. She's a really good actress, but
this is my question. Mm-hmm. Say she was just running an office like you and Kay. Mm-hmm. Or say she was the CEO
of a company. Would it matter?
Would somebody come forward? I'm not excusing anything, and I'm not playing devil's advocate because the devil don't need no help. Mm-hmm. What I'm saying is that when I look at everything that's going on, when you look at the Me Too movement, right? Mm-hmm. yes, these were men who had power, who exploited their power and were awful and abused and assaulted women, and they should go to jail. But there are so many other people who have the same way to do this. We've all worked at a job where someone was inappropriate and had power over us. So if you're going to go after your big Harvey Weinsteins and those guys, are you going to go after the manager at Pep Boys who is terrorizing the women that work in the back? Are you going to go after the manager at a Hooters or the person? Like, this is the thing. If we're trying to hold people with power accountable, you don't have to have millions of dollars and be famous to have power over people.
Yeah.
So are we going after everybody? Are we going after the supervisor at the AMC who's being appropriate to minors?
Well, I think like, yes, I mean, I understand what you're saying, but I think with fame comes like different levels of like scrutiny, right?
With fame comes different levels of responsibility.
Yeah, it's true though, right? And then if you're a CEO of a well-known company, you definitely get the same scrutiny, right, as famous people.
Right.
But I think that for regular people who, work at smaller places, I would, the thing is like, there's smaller lawsuits that happen that we don't hear about. There's,
Right. But what I'm saying is that there's no big, I've seen from seeing people get more popular and more successful, and then they hit a certain moment, and then everybody hates them.
Yes.
And it's this very interesting arc, which is like, we're happy. Wait a minute.
Well, this is my thing about Korean media. This happens a lot in Korea.
Does it happen more to women? Or does it seem to be across the board?
I think it's across the board, actually.
I'm just wondering, because sometimes, because it's like in some places,
I think it happens across the board, but men get away with it.
Right.
Women don't, because, this is, again, the Kim Soo-hyun stuff, right?
Right.
Like, a lot of people are saying, and I have not caught up with that because I try to put that to bed because it's just too much for me. It's too much, but a lot of people are worried. They're like, well, eventually he's going to be okay. And there are cases in Korea where men get away with stuff, of course.
But this has always been the case. It's like, you're always going to be able to come back.
Right. So I would end with this. She's a lovely actor. I think she was so talented. It is incredibly disappointing that this all happened at this time.
Because she did other things.
She's been
acting since 2015.
She's been acting I think she's worked really hard. And I loved her in Fight My Way. I loved her in this. And hopefully this gets resolved. But again, a lot of this stuff, these allegations are just, again, 90 minutes. That's a long time. I think now at a minimum, I'm going to expect whatever drama we end up covering, at least one. There's going to be at least one allegation of something. There's just like
so
that's
funny.
just it. But that's just the truth. Like, this stuff happens all the time.
It is interesting that it was a woman this time. Usually, there's so many allegations.
There's a man. It's like, this is like, I mean, I'm telling you, the next drama, there's going to be something. There's going to be something. So it's just something that we have to deal with. We go to the department store the next day. And we see the type of upbringing Minhwan has, right? Because his mom is berating the desk attendant at the mall who's like trying to validate her parking. She's just screaming at her, she's like,
why do I have to pay for 4 hours? I always pay. It's like, ma'am, you only get 2 hours of parking for this class.
Like, what are you doing?
I've been doing this class for years. And she's like, ma'am, you stayed for 6 hours. We only covered 2. But then her friends standing there going,
It's insane. So they go to the class. Jiwon and Soomin they set up their table, right? They're at a table. Minhwan's mom comes in and literally
throws her bag and says, this is my spot.
Get out of my way. Yes. And then Jiwon's just like, excuse me, like I'm pretty sure we all paid for the same class. Like, are there spots in this class?
Are there assigned seating?
Yeah. And then she's kind of like doing this on purpose, right? Because she's trying to get her rile her up. And Soomin's like, oh no, it's okay. Let's just sit over there. She moves over, and then the
Which I usually feel like if they were actually in the situation where they weren't in this timeline,
no, I think Soomin would have been the one.
Would have been
like,
acting
yes.
a solid gold fool.
Exactly. But then she's like, no, it's okay. Let's just like move over there.
And she's like, see, this young lady has manners. She respects her elders. And then Jiwon's like,
and then it's so interesting because Jiwon just continues to smirk and make faces at the mother-in-law.
Pissing this lady off.
Yes.
Because she's already like, you need to respect your elders. You're not how a young person should act. But also this lets you know how easily antagonized she is. It lets you know that she truly has no control over her emotions.
She is another, like, she reminds me of Dictator director.
You
know what I mean? Green sleeves, dictator director.
Oh, and dictator director of like tapping people in their forehead.
People. It's rude. It's, they're just uncouth. They're super bushke. Again, Korean word, bushke. Just like ignorant, backwards, just, they think that they are a certain way, but they have zero class in etiquette, The cooking class continues, right? They're chopping. Okay, so Soomin chops pretty well. She's chopping.
Them carrots are big as hell. Her hands are tiny.
She's going.
That piece of carrot that you see Jiwon eat, I promise is as big as her face.
So they're making matchsticks, from the carrot. So they're doing a good job. And Jiwon is clearly a bit clumsy. And she's just like chopping off huge ass pieces.
And then pushing them down.
And the ajumma, the mother-in-law's looking.
It's driving her.
She hates it. But she looks at Soomin and she's like, oh, a young person. You know how to cook well for a young person.
You know how to chop a carrot. That doesn't mean you can cook well. I mean, you can use a knife.
Chopping. And then to Jiwon, she's just like, oh my God, you're basically like, you're awful. Like, you're not doing well. And then Jiwon's like, it doesn't matter because my boyfriend told me that he loves to cook so much that he's going to cook twice a week for me. And she absolutely hates that.
It's like, oh, that's the kind of family you're going to marry into.
The mother-in-law's like horrified. She's like, what kind of person are you marrying? Oh my God.
Back in my day, men weren't even allowed in the kitchen.
So the chef, teacher, ajashi, comes around and he's looking at everyone's work, right? She made a perfect sandwich with carrots and perfect matchstick sizes.
Let me tell you something. When me and my mother saw the meal,
I'm like, why are you teaching them to make
sandwiches?
It's because I think this class is, but you also have to think this is a Korean class, right? So in Korea, not everyone knows how to make a sandwich, if you think about it. You know what I mean? So I think like they know how to make Korean food, but they don't know how to make sandwiches. So maybe this is like a basic thing. They're like learning the basics of Western cooking. But cooking is sandwiches.
I'm talking about the fact that a TV show put a sandwich in a cooking class. That's my issue. Teaching that, yes. Teaching different styles of cooking to different absolutely. Like people take pasta making classes, people take kimchi classes. All of these things make sense, right? But you are making a TV show. And I'm like, because me and my mother are watching them slice carrots. Yeah. And then a sandwich shows up. I was like, where the did these carrots go? And then there's a bowl of carrots on the side with black and like regular sesame seeds.
She called it like a carrot ratape. It's like a French thing, I think.
So it's just a bunch of thin ass carrots that you'd have marinated in some shit. And she's sitting there like, I mean, fine. And then you get the flashback of Jiwon learning to cook from the mother-in-law.
Because the mother-in-law was a tyrant. She was like sitting there barking at her, being like, do it again.
And you see like the little band-aids on her fingers.
I know.
When we're trying to put, like, if you look at her, the knife is too big. The knife is too big. The carrot is too big. All that we need, baby. Where is her Fisher Price cooking set? Because she's like everything's giant, but it's like she's like, I can't be. She's like, well, and then the mother's like thing is like, well, I can't be mad at her because this carrot salad is actually good.
I know. And she's like, and then Soomin is really upset. She's like, when did you learn how to cook like this? So again,
also, when did you make this sandwich? I was standing here the whole time.
So it's like Soomin's just kind of like, I don't like, again, she needs to beat her in something. She's so used to beating this person, but this person out of nowhere is just like, ta-da, like, I can do this, I can do that.
Ugh, I will quote a song in this moment. You can't win.
There's a really cute Seokjun and Chudan moment. Chudan is actually working. I was like, oh my God, this
Of
office.
course, HR is working.
Well,
or
no,
Judon's working.
Chudan, yeah. Chudan has a pile of paperwork stacked up. I'm like, they have paperwork.
On a Sunday. So basically, she's keeping this entire business afloat.
It's just her working.
She is the only one, and her daughter calls her saying she's hungry and she's crying. And she's like, where is your dad?
Chudan has to rush back, right? Because the child is home alone.
This giant stack of papers because she knows she was working on what? The meal kit. And so she grabbed the taxi. She's like, hold on. And
of course, there's like so much traffic because there's truly so much traffic in Seoul. And then out of nowhere, you hear this very like jaunty rock music. I was like, I don't know what's happening. And there's this little preppy little man in a big bike, like a very big bike. The outfit did not match the bike, but sure.
And my mom was like, who is this? And I knew exactly who it was because I know his handsome face. I said, I wonder how his hair looks underneath it. And she literally like just yells out the window like, help me. Hops on the back of the motorcycle and the music is playing and he saves the day, right? She runs inside and this husband of hers is feeding her bro, the disdain he has for her,
I know,
is enough. I'd have kicked him out of my house.
We go after the class, and this part was really interesting. Soomin asks Jiwon, hey, where did you learn to cook like that, those carrots? And then Jiwon's like, oh, like, I don't know, like my dad taught me. And then Soomin goes, oh yeah, your dad. He really was a good person. That this part was interesting because again, foreshadow, like we need to put that in the back pocket again. Or
so behind, the red shoes, your dad was a good person.
The dad was a good person because that was a very So
we do know the dad was a good person because he sent his daughter back in time.
Right, but I feel like this is again we're getting a little bit more into why Soomin is the way she is. Right, in the future episodes we see them as children. Right, flashback. So, Minhwan comes to the department store. Soomin leaves them. She's like, oh, whatever, I have plans. And then the shopping spree begins.
But that was also calculated because she knew. She knew that Minhwan was going to be there.
Oh, she's going to, and then Minhwan's going to see her. And he was like, what are you doing?
He's like, well, you want to come shopping with us? And she's like, no, I don't have to. And so she was there. So she was there. There was multiple things happening. But Miss Throw It in the Bag, Jiwon, comes through with that make his pockets hurt. I mean, truly on some City Girls. I am so excited for her in her.
She's having the time of her life.
And I
would love it too. She gets a pink Chanel bag.
She gets that bag. And we know that bag because in the same way, them shoes showed up. That bag, because that was the bag that she was yanking on.
That pink Chanel bag. Telling you.
Pink Chanel bag. And so she is buying everything. And because she has a flashback and she remembers, because she remembers refusing Minhwan's credit card.
Yeah. Because
when he offered to buy her a bunch of clothes
for the meeting.
For the
dinner, yeah.
And she was like, oh, I didn't want to take a person who had no money's money to go shopping, so she was trying to be nice.
She was always being nice. She was always putting others before herself. And then she was like, what was I doing? I was so stupid because now I know that he was going to spend the money anyways on someone else. Who the cares now? So she's like, I'm going to do this.
And he was cheating on me the entire
time. So he's going. She keeps on going. She's done. And this part, oh my God. So he starts bringing up the family dinner. He's like, hey, so like, who's going to pay or how are we going to pay for the family dinner? Basically insinuating that he wants her to split the family dinner cost, right? But
Who should pay, though?
He should pay.
I'm just wondering.
I think he should pay. And then Eunho calls, Saved by the Bell or Saved by Eunho. And then he grabs the phone.
Because he's jealous.
He's not jealous, no. he doesn't grab the phone because he's jealous. He's grabbing the phone because he knows that Eunho has a restaurant. So he's like, oh my God, I need to ask him. That's why he grabbed the phone.
I thought he was doing it because I knew he had a restaurant. I thought he was doing it on some jealousy shit.
No, it was literally like, oh my God, your chef friend. And he grabs the phone. He's like, hey Eunho, I'm Minhwan. I'm Jiwon's fiance. And then Jiwon is mortified. And he's just like, so like we're actually planning our family dinner. And I was wondering, since you're such an amazing chef, like could we just have it at your place?
Because there was no way
she wants a discount.
Of course. But there was no way that she was going to tell Eunho that she was engaged anyway.
No. And then Eunho is shocked. He's actually with the bullies.
With 3 bullies.
Which, right? It's because the bullies, it seems like, so this was the part. Remember last episode, I was like, in the comic book, they apologize. So I think this is their way. This is
they were trying to apologize. So they're sitting down with Eunho. Yeah. Trying to apologize to her.
They decide that they're going to have because Eunho is, again, he's like sweet guy.
He's like, I'm happy to do it.
Sure.
I'm happy for her. And so he hangs up like, great. And so Jiwon calls back to apologize, and he's like, congratulations. I'll take care of everything. Oh, no. You're my first love. And, of course, I do it for you. And I'm just like,
oh, no.
Oh, my God.
No. Then we skip over to Jihyuk, right? That later that night, this part cracked me up. So Jihyuk is in the car waiting. He just got back from Japan. He's waiting in front of Jiwon's apartment. And then Jiwon walks by, and she sees him. She like...
She was
so excited to see him.
She on this so window goofy. And says it's the most.
She's like
a true. Like it's fully a goober move where it's like, hey, you're just like, what is happening? But she's so happy to see her friend because sometimes you're just happy to see.
She's so excited, and it's changed so much.
Yeah,
you know,
it's like she can confide in him. So she's so happy to see him. And he's got this bag from Authentique where you know he bought that necklace.
And then he's like, oh.
And he's like, what? And so it's just very goofy. And he hides the bag and admits that he came to see her because he missed her. Mm-hmm. Listen, someone missing you.
Very sweet.
It's very sweet.
Okay, and then the moment we've been all waiting for. Oh, my goodness. I can't wait.
My mother was like, this family is
wild.
Insane. They come into the house and the mother's screaming at the father about what he needs to wear.
Like, you need to wear this outfit. You can't wear. He's like, I think it's ugly. She's like, it's an Authentique outfit. Doesn't matter.
Listen, they are pressing Authentique like it's an actual company.
Yes.
Which is crazy because they have like, what is it? The coffee candy Copico?
They should have actually.
I
would have been pitching a real brand to be like, hey, Chanel, you need to get on this.
Or whatever whatever the Korean company is, yeah. I would have been like, as much as they mention Authentique, you'd think it would really like somebody actually owns this company. Yeah.
So she's telling Minhwan that she's gonna show up 30 minutes late to the event because she's like, this loser girl can wait for us. Also, I think you can do a lot better. Like
but she's never met her, so how does she know? She's never met her.
She's just so unhappy. Like she's just,
any girl's not gonna be good enough for her son.
No,
but whenever I see this, like any girl, like this girl's not good enough for my son, but like if you hold your son to such high regard, wouldn't he pick a good woman?
I mean, this woman is just.
Ugh. But just that whole mindset, it's like, oh, no woman's good enough for my son, and just
again, this woman is deeply flawed, right? So she treats everyone poorly, so it doesn't matter. Like, so in her eyes, she's the best. Her son's the best. Mm-hmm. Her poor husband doesn't say anything during this entire interaction other than like, I don't want to wear the suit.
Right. I don't want to wear this. I want to wear this.
And then he like yells at Jiwon at one point, but like other than that. So then Soomin shows up to Minhwan's house, pulls him outside.
Because his mom's upstairs yelling at his father. They're getting ready to go to the family dinner. Now she's flexing.
She comes and he's like, what are you doing here?
The most.
And then she's like, you have nothing to worry about. I know that you're mine. And she literally starts like touching him right across the body and then literally grabs him by the balls, squeezes the balls, and she goes, I just want to make sure that you're doing okay, that my man's doing okay.
This is a lot of work.
It's a lot. It's a lot. And then we cut. So we don't know what happens in that after that scene, but we kind of, there's insinuation. But then we jump to Uno's restaurant, right? Mm-hmm. Minhwan's there. He rushes in. He thinks he's late. The entire place is empty. No one has come. Okay, they have the little private room. No one is there.
No one's there.
He calls. His parents aren't there either. He calls Jiwon and he's like, "Where are you? Like, I'm late. Why are you late?" And she's like, "Oh, I'm outside." And her parents come, and
so he's there calling her, "Where are you?" "I'm outside." Then his parents walk in and just like, "Well, where is she?" Because they're already 30 minutes late.
yes, she's smart. So Jiwon walks in. And homegirl looks like she's about to go clubbing. Clubbing.
I'm going to tell you the first
She looks great.
She looks great. But
She's
the first time I
stunning.
watched this, I was like, what the Where is that sweater? Where's the outfit that she had on in the damn woods? Where is that little halter top? None of these clothes are right. Where is that off the shoulder button down shirt?
She is looking like she's about to go to the club. Homegirl looks.
She's giving. If she wasn't in VIP drinking,
yeah,
she either looks like someone who should be in VIP or someone who's bringing you a sparkler.
Yes,
a sparkler champagne bottle.
So those fishnets. I didn't realize she had fishnets. So what? She has fishnets with boots. Okay. It's wild. She comes in, she's smiling, she has a Chanel bag.
A pink Chanel bag.
The pink Chanel bag.
With a all black outfit and I think a boa on.
She doesn't have a boa, so he literally looks at her and he's like, "Why are you wearing eagle's wings?" That made me, I was cackling. She comes in and she's super confident and she's smiling and she's like, "Hello.
Hey girl,
I'm Jiwon.
What's up?
Hi." And then everyone is stunned. Literally, and then she's like, "Omo님, haven't we met before?"
And the mother-in-law is lecturing Jiwon about proper womanhood. She's like cooking, so it's like no cereal and no bread. He needs a stew and rice for breakfast, and then you need to bear 3 to 4 children, and then you need to do the ancestral rites, and then you need to be submissive. And so, which is crazy because she doesn't do
any of it.
She goes to a cooking class, but she's nowhere in the vicinity of submissive. Then what was more nuts is she's like, "We're going to take you to my doctor to make sure you can have a kid," which is so funny because the number of times that Jiwon says that Minhwan's sterile.
Yeah.
The number of times she says it in the show, and she's like, "I know we never got pregnant because he's sterile." And then she's like, "So I'm going to make sure that you're good to get pregnant." Because I always think about this for generations. They always thought if a couple didn't have kids, it was the woman's fault.
Yeah.
Because no one was going to ever question a man's fertility or virility. Because if he can't, because that's what, how can a man not get how can a man not get somebody pregnant?
Yes. So, couple things here. So you were asking me about how much of this is real, of like the Korean mother-in-law, like the expectations for wives. So this whole thing about no cereal, no bread in the morning, it's true. I've heard that so many times. Really? So it's like, yeah, because, in Korean culture, a proper breakfast is like soup, right? And rice. You need a proper meal before you go to work or before school.
It's a lot of cultures.
Right?
It's like
so you need something warm, right? It shouldn't be something cold. So this concept of like cereals, whenever people are like fighting, like in dramas, I don't know if you ever catch this when there's like couples fighting, or if the mother-in-law is upset, it's like, "Oh my God, you're feeding my son cereal in the morning," or like you're giving them a piece of toast. Like they say it with such like anger and disdain.
I've seen it on American. They don't do it as much now, but like growing up, you would see it on American shows.
Yeah,
it was just like, "You're not cooking for your kids. You're not."
Yeah, like why are they eating sugary cereal?
Why are they eating cereal? And like I think this has always been a thing that's kind of like been in American culture too. It's not as much.
Yeah.
Because I think people work so much now. But it's like, it's always been this thing where it's just like, "I can't believe they're having like cereal for breakfast." But a lot of the adults that male adults that I know, it's like they'll eat cereal all day.
I love cereal.
I promise I have not purchased cereal, like a box of like real cereal, unless I was going to put it in yogurt.
I know. I haven't had my favorite like sugary cereal in like 10 years because we eat this like
flaxseed.
Yeah, but it's not bad. Now I got used to it. I'm like,
Mr. Thomas, look at her
It's
face.
$3.99 a box from Trader Joe's.
How is something at Trader Joe's $3.99?
I know, but that cereal is always $3.99, and I'm like, oh, the prices have never, but
don't tell
it's
them.
okay. I don't need
delete
to
it,
eat.
delete it.
I don't need to eat Smacks. I don't need to eat Smacks or Captain Crunch. And then
the ancestral rites.
Yes, so that's Cheza. So you know that thing that we saw in Queen of Tears? Mm-hmm. You know when they had that's what Cheza is.
The big event where that weird mascot came in.
Right, but no. There was no weird mascot.
Oh, that was the birthday.
Yeah, it was when Pomja was the tiger, right?
Oh, I've
the very beginning. Mm-hmm.
I've seen ancestral rites on a bunch of stuff.
Right. So, but obviously, what they want her to do is a smaller scale, but it's like a whole thing.
You got to put out the fruit.
It's a big production. So I remember when my parents or like my family used to do it. It's a huge production, so it's a lot of work for one person.
Because you got to pull the tablet out. You got to get the table set up. You got to
prepare so much food. So what they're asking for is a lot. But didn't
you get the colors wrong?
Yes, when she's talking, she flips it. So she doesn't even know what she's talking about. But then Jiwon, so this is the part. Jiwon is telling her, okay, I'm happy to do all these things. Of course. Yes, Omanim, like I'm happy to do all of it, right? But then the mom...
I will cook, I will bear children, I will do the ancestral rites, I will be submissive, you can check my body out, all of it, sure, no problem.
While I work from home, like while I stay at home.
Mm-hmm.
But then the mom is just like, excuse me? No, like we need you to work. So they're expecting this woman to do all of this and go to work at the same time.
Welcome to Western civilization.
It's just, again, it's like the expectations are crazy. So then when Jiwon's just like, no, Omanim, like, I'm not going to do that. Like, if you want me to, like, serve you guys properly, like, I want to do my best. Like, I won't be able to do all of that. Like, that's not even hours of enough of the day to take care of you guys. Like,
because
what are you talking about?
Watch, like, the true family dramas.
Yes, because
the mom
yes,
never worked. She has all these kids. She takes care of the grandkids.
And it's a lot of shit that they have to do, right?
Her hair is pulled up. There's a nice little roll on the side. She's always wearing
5 a.m. They have put on the apron. They make the rice. Like, they're working all day long.
Always in a skirt.
Right.
She is out back getting her kimchi together, but she's not going to work.
No, she's not going to work. So then this is when she also says, she corrects the mother-in-law because she confuses what the rules are for the Chesa, for the ancestral rites, right? So then Jiwon corrects her. But then the mom's like, no, women shouldn't be doing Chesa. So there's something wrong and backwards from your family. It's because you weren't raised right. Your dad didn't raise you because you don't know the proper rules for it. And this is when Jiwon flips a switch. She looks up and she goes to her. She's like, hey, Ajumma, how dare you judge my dad? Are you a fucking judge? She didn't say fucking, but are you a judge?
When we go from
Neomanim to
Ajumma, this is like calling a non-Southern white woman ma'am.
And she's like, wake up. You think your son's all that? He ain't nothing. She bangs her hands on the table. She gets up and she's like,
Uno's nice table.
And she goes, I'm calling this wedding off. Not you guys, but I'm calling this off because I don't like your family. Your family, I don't agree with your family. It's not you guys, it's me. And then she literally grabs her bag, hits Minhwan in the process.
With the bag,
loved it. And then she walks off, right? It's the best fucking scene ever. It's great. And then everyone runs out because everyone's shocked.
How dare she?
Then Minhwan runs to her, puts his hands on her shoulder. And what does her girl do?
She flips him. And this is my mumsy moment. Because when she flips him, first, when you see her heel dig down into the ground, and I was like, oh, this
Let's go.
Shit. She got stabilized. She is messing these people's lawns up, making divots in this bitch. When she dug her heel down, I was like, oh, he's about to be airborne. Jihyuk's work and his homeboy's work. Jihyuk and the Chicken Man.
It's crazy.
Showed her
how to do it.
And it cuts to Jihyuk explaining,
yes,
it's going to be hard to flip somebody who's bigger than you. And so when you see her, because there's not honestly, I wish this was a little slower because you see what she's doing, but you don't see Minhwan's reaction to her grabbing his jacket and the whole moment. Because what I would have wanted in this is you see his face. I would have wanted that whole, I would have wanted to see his face. Because like in the way they do the camera shots for a kiss, I would have wanted that for this flip. So it's like, show me the caught in the jacket and him flying through the air. That's what I wanted when he hit the ground.
It's so satisfying. It's so satisfying.
It absolutely, because she says to her, if your son is so precious, you should know that another daughter is just as precious too. So the same way your son was precious to you, that's the same way that I was precious to my father.
How dare you talk to me that way?
And about my daddy.
Like, and you don't get away with it.
And it's great because the way she stands up, and we don't even get to see him wallowing on the ground. We see the mother upset.
Freaking out,
but we don't see enough of him wallowing on the ground.
But this scene of her telling off her mother-in-law, and think about the Han that she's had towards this family. It's been 10 years, right? She's had to dealt with this fucking lunatic woman who was
trash ass son,
who was terrorizing her every day, yelling at her, berating her. Why aren't you getting pregnant? Why aren't you doing this? You don't cook well. Like 10 years of this.
You don't cook well enough. You're not getting pregnant. You're not taking care of my son correctly. Your parents didn't teach you right.
Just 10 years of this. And she gets to literally tell them to F off. And she physically flips their son right in front of them. Seokjun, that means that in Korean, it's just like, you're just so satisfied. It's so good. It's so good.
But the way,
it's so good.
But the way she it's almost like you want her to just jump in the air with her fist and get stuck. Yeah! Like it's almost like that's almost what I wanted.
And then it freezes on her face.
Yes, like that's what I wanted for her at the end of this.
And I think at one point the Unho sees, right, and everyone's like, "What is happening?"
So, but this is what I wanted. I want Unho to see her coming in the outfit, and then I wanted someone to be clapping. Where it was like Unho's stunned, but like his assistant being like, "This is." But also, what would have been great is Jihyuk kind of just like peering from behind.
He's like spying the entire time.
He's always there, so you just see him standing behind Unho.
Or even like a Soomin.
Oh, Soomin would have been even better with her standing in an open field. And then Jihyuk also standing in an open area where they're both spying on these things. But I do like the restraint of the author.
Yeah.
Because she did not put the both of them in this scene.
So that's how the episode ends.
Yes.
It's so satisfying. It's just,
because I knew this was going to be wild when I saw the earrings she had on. I said, this is ridiculous. Between the jacket,
the eagle wing.
Eagle wings.
Why are you wearing an eagle wing?
The sparkly. Once I saw them goofy out of place earrings, I'm like, oh, this is going to be some shit. She came for war. This was her armor. She came for war.
I have to say too, so like final thoughts. I think that Soomin is more and more interesting as this goes forward because to me, I just felt like in the very beginning, she felt like a very conniving, smart, like she was very quick.
Yes.
She's a quick study. She gets it. I think she has real world skills. I think she's been through stuff, so she kind of gets it. She's not as naive as Jiwon, right? She's not naive at all. But the way this guy is treating her, I just don't get. Like, she's seeing this all in real time. She's seeing, like, Minhwan is treating her very poorly. Like, it's clearly that she is she's a
side chick.
She's a side chick. There's no importance that she serves in his life. Like, she's just for like physical pleasure at this point, right? And then she's also seeing this crazy like mother-in-law, like being absolutely insane. Even for a person like Soomin, you have to understand like this person is she's like a green sleeve. She's like a dictator director. But like, why are you continuing to go on this path? Why are you trying to marry him knowing? Are you that deluded? Do you really think that it's not going to happen to you?
She's not the
Do you
lens.
mean?
The lens is always coveting what Jiwon has, so she can endure long enough just to take it from Jiwon. So I can take your boyfriend, I can take your fiance, I can take this mother-in-law because you're not going to have them. Because she can get out of whether or not she wants to keep them, but she has to take them from Jiwon first. So I have to go through all of these things so Jiwon is miserable. She does all of these things to make Jiwon unhappy. So it's, yes, she's being mistreated, but she's still happy in the fact that she's making Jiwon miserable. So it does not matter because it's like, because what she's always going to do is butter up to people. She's always going to get people to like her long enough to control them because it's the mother-in-law never liked Jiwon. Day one when she met her.
Yeah.
So Soomin's coming in and she's like, well, I'm a nice girl and I do this and I'm better than her. And so she's trying to do the same thing to Minhwan. So it doesn't matter how she's not thinking about how she's going to get treated. She's never thinking about how she's going to get treated unless she's being mistreated by Jiwon because Jiwon owes her.
Yeah, it's just, it's interesting because, again, I felt like in the beginning she was smarter and she's just getting dumber and dumber.
Because she's
just getting more desperate. Yeah.
Everyone has this thing that they're desperate about. There's always this thing that you want that you don't think you're ever going to be able to have. So it's like that. So Jiwon's idea of family and then Soomin's idea of losing Jiwon, who's really the only family that she has. That's why she's getting desperate and doing these things. And Minhwan is picking Jiwon, who he really doesn't care about.
I mean, he doesn't care about anyone.
No.
He doesn't care about his mom or even his dad. He only cares about himself.
Right. The mother was mad when she found out that Minhwan took Jiwon on a shopping spree, this disrespectful girl. And then she's like, but all you ever bought me was red long johns.
So red long johns. So that's a tradition. When you first get a paycheck in Korea, you have to buy your parents red undergarments. So I don't think like what he bought her was like inappropriate. Like,
I mean, he
think
wasn't going to buy her
At least
panties.
he bought her. Yeah. At least he bought her something. That was episode 9 of Queen of Tears. Episode 9 of Marry My Husband. And yeah, we'll be back next week for episode 10. Again, it gets even better. It's so much fun. This drama is genuinely like, I text Dulce and I'm just like, oh my God, this is so good.
Listen.
And I say that every time, but it truly, like, it's really good.
I said to my mom, we're recording tomorrow. We're going to go watch it. She's like, okay.
She's
and so
like getting ready. She's like putting in her planner. She's
like, so she was ready to sit there. She's like, what are we watching? And I'm just like, yes. And so we sat down and we watched it. She was like, at one point, she's like, oh my God. Like episode 10, she kept looking at me like, oh, girl.
I know.
So yeah, episode 10 was wild.
So for final announcements, please be sure to check out the live show that we're going to do.
Yes.
In September 1st at 7:30 p.m. in Los Angeles at the Hollywood Improv Theater.
In the Hollywood Improv.
Yes. It's lovely. We went to the venue for a visit.
Cute.
It's very cute.
I love the lab.
It's going to be great. And yeah, we can't wait to meet you guys there. So that's happening. Please be sure to get tickets. And please be sure to check us out on the socials, Instagram, TikTok, YouTube. We hit 3,000 subs on YouTube, which is very exciting. It goes up every day. Be sure to check us out on the YouTube, on not Facebook, on Spotify, and on Apple. Yes. And then check us out on our website, chasingkdramas.com. If you want to email us, it's chasingkdramas@gmail.com. And yeah, so we will see you guys next week. 사랑해! Chasing K-Dramas is hosted and executive produced by Dulcé, Sloan, and me, Chrissy, Choi. I edit the audio and video, and our production is led by Thomas Yuen from TY Media and Go Get 'Em Productions. Our artwork is designed by Yice Cream. We're an indie podcast, and we're always looking for fun partnerships. If you're a brand that's interested in sponsoring our chases, or for your fan who just wants to stay in touch, please check out our website at chasingkdramas.com.